All right, forget the image of just wrenches and grease for a second. Modern car repair, it's actually built on some pretty complex, deeply interconnected IT systems now.
It really is.
And that's why today we're doing a deep dive into something called Privileged Access Management, or PAM. We're looking at, how crucial it is for securing the digital side of an industry that's changing super fast.
Yeah, absolutely. And what our deep dive really showed is PAM isn't just some tick box exercise for compliance. It's fundamentally critical for automotive repair now.
Critical how, though?
Well, think about it. These systems, they're not just scheduling appointments. They handle sensitive customer payment details. They run really complex vehicle diagnostics, maintain all the service histories.
Okay, yeah.
And a lot of this, especially diagnostic tools, even parts of the cars they connect to, it's all linked up through the Internet of Things.
Right, the IoT factor.
Exactly. So every tablet, every diagnostic gadget, it's a potential way in for attackers. The exposure is, well, it's way bigger than it used to be. And if someone breaches a key administrator account, that's not a small problem. We're talking major disruptions to the shop's work, serious data breaches, losing customer trust, and significant financial hits. It really goes to the core.
Wow. So it really highlights that shift, doesn't it? It's not just about the physical car on the lift anymore.
Not at all.
Our sources seem pretty clear that the whole digital ecosystem around the car is now in focus. But beyond the obvious stuff like payment data, what other specific digital weak spots did our research uncover for these repair shops?
That's a great point, because the vulnerabilities are actually quite diverse. Our sources pointed out, for example, with these advanced digital diagnostic tools, a compromised account could potentially be used to push malicious software directly into a vehicle's own computer systems. That's pretty scary.
Oh, okay. That's serious.
Or think about those integrated payment systems. A breach there isn't just money lost, it shatters customer trust, which is, hard to win back. But PAM isn't just about defense. Sources suggest it's also kind of a competitive edge. By stopping downtime from cyber incidents, shops can actually increase their throughput, get more cars serviced.
Interesting.
And crucially, it builds huge customer confidence, like a digital seal of approval almost.
So it's not just playing defense then. It sounds like our sources were saying PAM actually enables adopting newer tech, like dealing with connected vehicles properly. How does that work, and what are the sort of key parts that make PAM effective here?
Precisely. It helps them grow securely. Our look at the sources identified 3 really crucial areas where repair chains are focusing their PAM efforts. First up is access controls.
Okay.
And this is more than just who logs in. It's about setting up really specific role-based permissions. So, only certified techs can access certain diagnostic tools or sensitive vehicle data.
Granular control.
Very granular. And administrators have tightly defined powers. It also means mandating multi-factor authentication, MFA, for those privileged accounts. That extra security layer makes a huge difference.
MFA is definitely powerful, we know that. But does making everyone use it, especially busy technicians on the shop floor, cause a lot of friction? Did the sources talk about that practical side?
That's a really valid practical concern. And yes, the sources acknowledged it. The trick seems to be in the implementation. Using PAM solutions that integrate smoothly, maybe using single sign-on, things like that. Ways to minimize the hassle for the techs while keeping the security tight. Which brings us neatly to the second key bit, credential vaulting.
Credential vaulting, okay, like a password safe.
Exactly. Think of it like a digital Fort Knox, but for every single privileged password. Server logins, diagnostic tool access, everything. But the key insight here isn't just storing them.
What is it then?
It's the automated rotation of those passwords and strictly limiting who can directly access them. This basically kills off those really insecure habits like sharing logins or writing passwords down.
Okay, so it forces better practice, gets rid of those old insecure ways of doing things. Makes sense. And what's the third piece? The final part of this PAM strategy.
The final and really vital piece is session monitoring. This is all about tracking and logging everything that privileged accounts do.
Like surveillance.
Kinda, yeah. Like an invisible security camera watching every digital move within the critical systems. It lets you monitor IT systems, operational tech, spot weird behavior or unauthorized access attempts, like right away.
So real-time awareness.
Exactly. It's not just for finding out what went wrong after an incident. It's about spotting and reacting to threats as they happen. Plus, it gives you those comprehensive audit trails you need for compliance.
Okay, so pulling it all together then, PAM sounds like a really proactive, almost essential step for securing customer data, keeping the shop running smoothly in this industry.
It really is.
It's clearly about way more than just ticking a security box. It seems to genuinely shore up the integrity of all this connected vehicle tech, make sure the digital heart of the modern repair business is, well, strong and secure.
Absolutely. And by really focusing on those key areas, strong access controls, secure credential vaulting, and that watchful session monitoring these repair chains can seriously reduce their cyber risks and build that long-term operational resilience.
Building a secure foundation.
Exactly. For growth in what's becoming a very digital future for vehicles.
Right. Well, here's a final thought to leave you with. As vehicles get more and more digitally integrated, think about all the software updates, the diagnostics, the connectivity. How might these principles of privileged access management need to evolve? Could they extend beyond the repair shop, to actually help protect the vehicles themselves out on the road in the future? Something to think about.